What does it take to be a good CEO? Many of the answers we hear, they're about the past. This is what got me here. This is why I'm successful now. But let's for a minute look at the future. What are the trends that could shape the expectations towards the chief executive officer? Well, some of the big trends triggered by the COVID crisis, or some just intensified the crisis as a catalyst. What are these trends? First of all, dangerously high levels of debt for governments, for corporations, also for private individuals. We will most likely see cutbacks in services from the state, from municipalities, higher unemployment that's already here, and that can easily lead to lower standards of quality of life, both in rich countries and in poor countries. And that unfortunately often means at the same time decreasing life expectancy, so people dying younger, which often goes in line as well with an increase in inequalities when it comes to income and wealth. If that is the world we're going to live in the next months, years, who knows, maybe even longer, then there will be big questions that are asked of CEOs and their companies. As long as there's capitalism, of course, one question stays: how much are you making? But there will be at least two more questions that will become a lot more important than they are today. The first one, okay, how much are you making? But also, who else is benefiting? Who is benefiting from what you're making? And two, how are these people benefiting? Companies will have to have convincing answers. Otherwise, they risk losing their license to operate. But the same will be true for the leaders of these companies. Their answers must convince on two levels at least. One, intellectually, but two, also emotionally. CEOs who don't have answers that convince on both levels, they also risk losing their license to operate.